welcome back. Just before we get into the security situation in parts of the country, I think it's also important to learn from others and see what is happening in other climes, the possibilities here if we're not careful, because these are some of the things we take for granted. Well, some will say Nigeria is at war in this part of the country when you have soldiers being killed, you have scores of people being killed, but we do not want to see war. Time and again we've said it, we do not want to see war, but we have to be careful. We have to take the right steps, particularly as a government, because government has the monopoly of force in that sense. I mean, government is responsible for security, and I'm talking at the federal level, which holds a huge chunk of that power, the states, the subnationals in that sense. And, you know, this is part of my experience visiting Ukraine. I'd like to show you. I took a seat in one of the cities in Ukraine, which is at war. I just took a seat to take a breather on this cold day. Just try to take a seat, and if we could just put that up for you. And while taking that seat, I was approached by two children, young children, and you know what they were doing? They were asking me for money to eat, and you know, these are children that should be in school. These are children that should be in a playground. But these are children that are left to fend for themselves. I couldn't speak the language, so I couldn't engage them to find out what was going on, why they had to resort to begging. But of course, the answer was staring me in the face. The country is at war. I couldn't ask about their parents. Men between the ages of, I think, is it 18 and 60, you can't leave the country, right? Because you're meant to stay back and to fight, except for, you know, very extreme cases. Either you're a single parent or you're a legal resident outside of the country or all of that. But these men are not allowed to leave the country. So you have a lot of children who have lost their fathers. I mean, some women also fight in the war as well, who have lost their mothers, who have lost, family members as a result of this. So they are left to fend for themselves. So it was a sad one for me. I had to tell them, I'm sorry, I can't give you, because I really didn't understand as much. I wanted to converse with them. But if we're not careful, this may be a possibility for us as a nation. But right now, we have all of the time in the world in that sense to still do things differently so we don't end up in war. Yeah, I hope we have put up that video because that's what I was talking about all this while, so you can see that experience that I had in Ukraine. But there you have it. So that's the children, Jeffrey Bukola, coming up to me, young children, just asking me for money. I was trying to speak to them. I was trying to appeal that I really don't understand, but I knew what they were asking for. But it was a heartbreaking moment for me, Jeffrey.
Very heartbreaking. Heartbreaking to see. It's difficult for me. You may not wear the best of clothes or live in the best of houses, but when it comes to food, it's non-negotiable at the end of the day. So it's very heartbreaking to see. This is what we see literally every time in our country. And that's why we're advising and warning literally and appealing to the political class that this political shenanigans you guys are doing, you are responsible. Kayode, I will continue to say, for every time democracy has been destroyed, apart from perhaps 1993, it is the political class that caused it. Their disagreement, their inability to put their acts and their house in order led us to...
A lot of times their selfishness.
Yes, their selfishness led us to the first civil war, led us to the birth of the